Hello, my name is Nick Van Meerten, and I am the Educational Psychology IT Fellow. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about how to choose the best tool for you for evaluation. As you may have suspected, there are a lot of different tools to use. So this video will hopefully help you pick one that works best for you and also what you want to do to evaluate. So my first tip is just that you should find something that's easy for use. You don't want to use something that is cumbersome and makes it really hard to do evaluation. You really just want to streamline this process and make it easy for students to give you feedback and easy for you to elicit feedback from students. My second tip is that you should primarily use Google Forms, Qualtrics, Moodle feedback for surveying your students when evaluating your courses. These three act very similarly. They're all types of survey software. They have differing degrees of features and usability. For example, Qualtrics has the most features and offers the most flexibility, but it's also the hardest to learn because it's a little bit more complex. However, Google Forms and Moodle feedback are really easy to get in and use really quickly, but they don't offer you as many options with like question types and breaking up your survey and such. So that's an overview of surveys. My next tip has to do with Socrative and Mentimeter. So these are a type of polling software primarily. So they're really good at getting information really quickly from your students. So say you want to do a quick poll in your class about like, oh, did you all enjoy the assignment last week? Or could you all give me some feedback on today's class? You could put up a Socrative poll or a Mentimeter poll to kind of gauge that interest really quick and then use that information to maybe start a discussion if you want to dive a little bit deeper into what your students thought. These two pieces of software have very similar features. I tend to prefer Mentimeter because it's a little bit prettier and I like the aesthetic of it a little bit better, but they're generally very similar tools, just from different providers. And my last tip to end this video is that technology isn't always necessary. If you're short on time, it's perfectly reasonable to just write a question on the board or ask a question out loud and then hand out blank pieces of paper for students to provide feedback on. This is still very valuable information, and you can use it to start discussions. You can record this information later, and so on. But it's really just making sure that you get students to give you feedback while the information is still really fresh in their mind when they've just completed an assignment or just had the lecture, so that they don't forget the details of why they enjoyed or why they didn't enjoy certain aspects of your class. So that's a really quick overview of how to choose tools for evaluation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll be at Trex all week. Thank you.